stop. Hey.
Love to love to love to love you, love. For the reason I cannot sleep at night. If I learn to love you better, love, will you promise to love and treat me right? Love feels like everybody's watching, but love's blind and she doesn't even know you're there. Love, love, can you hear me? I've been calling, but you don't even seem to care. Love shows up like rain when you need it. Not always sunshine, cause like I said, you need it. And I seen it, well, it seemed like love shows up.
I feel like I'd be the dad with all the answers. But I believe there are some questions every parent dreads eventually being asked by their children. For example, if my kid ever asked me where babies came from, I'd look him in the eye and I'd say, shoot, man, you don't know? But eventually I have to gather myself and say, well, son, babies, like anything else, they come from an idea. And he'd ask me if it was a good or a bad idea, and I'd say the best. And I let him know he was born from fireworks and God made him after he saw the first rocket launching. And he'd say, Dad, what does sex feel like? And I'd say, yo, what the hell you been watching? But eventually I have to gather myself and say, well, son, sex feels like riding your bike, except to the moon while listening to your favorite everything. But I'll tell him, make sure you find the right bike. And make sure you're ready to pedal to the moon. It's not a close trip. You might start off too fast, get tired, and end up with someone or some place that doesn't care about you or your personal space like Arizona, yo. And from what I heard, girls don't like fast or Arizona, so take your time. Move at God's speed. You know, say, so what does God look like? And I say, he looks like you, just less beautiful and carries less questions in his backpack. You know, say, so is God a boy or a girl? And I'd say, yeah. He's going to ask me a lot of dad whys, and I'll say, keep asking. He's going to say, Dad, how do I stop from getting old? I'll say, keep laughing. He's going to say, Dad, are we there yet? Are we there yet, Dad? And I'll tell him, son, are your feet still touching the floor? If the answer is yes, then no, we are not. We'll know we're there when flying becomes easier than falling, but I love you. He's going to say, so what does love look like? And I'll say, he looks like you, just less fancy. He's going to say, you just got done telling me I look like God. And I'll say, exactly. And all this God talk, he'd probably ask me something crazy like, who does God pray to? And I'll tell him he prays to bombs and to bullets, begging them to reconsider their destiny. Tell him to use the shell to build a rocket ship or a satellite dish. Tell him that crashing the stars feels a lot better than breaking the flesh. He's going to say, how should I pray then? I'll say, pray like you have a loaded AK to your temple, held by a hungry kid with metal fingers, hands up, knees to floor. Give everything, take nothing, the universal sign to surrender. And after all that, I hope he looks me in the eye and says, okay, Dad. Because it's going to be hard to answer questions when your throat is taking elevators to the basement of your soul and your emotions are sitting on paper landmines. I want to be the one to answer his questions when he has them. I never wanted to think his dad isn't Superman, but even Superman had a hard time answering questions that reminded him he was only half human. And I'm just curious, but how does a kid like me raise a curious kid when he himself is still curious? And leave it up to a poet. Leave it up to a poet to create something that leaves a dad with all the answers. Speechless.